Hi, my name's Scott Powell and welcome to the safety briefing for the long course weekend. The purpose of this video is to give you some clear and concise information to ensure of your safety, that of the general public, and to enhance your overall experience of the event. As well as this safety briefing video, you'll also receive an event information pack, a detailed disclaimer which we'd ask you to print and bring to registration, as well as short but brief and concise briefings on an actual race day. At registration, you'll be asked to provide photographic ID and a signed copy of your registration form. Everything you'll need to take part in the event will be issued at registration. You'll also be able to collect any pre-order merchandise in the registration area itself. You can register for any event on various opening times. Please check your event guide for details. Please allow plenty of time to get to the event location, as we're expecting a huge number of athletes and spectators. Please check your event guide for all parking locations in Tenby itself. The event will start on North Beach, Tenby with TAF Kids. Please check your event guide for details of timings. TAF Kids is one of the best events of the whole weekend and something we're very passionate about. It's the next generation of athletes coming up. All TAF Kids materials will be sent out via post. Your TAF Kid athletes will all have number 1 on their bib, but will also have a unique athlete reference number within the bib number itself. All athletes will be issued with a hand tattoo for the grown-ups. Only the grown-up with a corresponding hand tattoo and the bib number will be able to collect your child from the finish area. The Wales Swim. Wales Swim will take place on Tenby, North Beach. Fantastic location, crystal clear waters and a natural amphitheatre. Athletes will be asked to listen very carefully to the on the day event briefing. It's a one-wave start, a mass start. We'd advise all weak swimmers or first-time athletes to start at the side or the back of the main pack. We'd also advise you to allow yourself plenty of space in the water. This will enhance your enjoyment of the swim. All athletes will be required to go around the right-hand side of the first buoy, keeping it on your left-hand side. All other buoys will be kept on your right-hand side at all times. There's a 1 or 2 lap race. Please note, we do have to insist on putting on cut-offs for the event. Please check your event guide for details. Should you get in trouble during the swim, please lie on your back and put your hand in the air. This is the call for the water safety to come and assist you. We have a very professional water safety team in attendance. Naturally, they're there to look after your safety, but they're also there to assist you. You will not be disqualified should you ask for their assistance out on course, and then you're able to complete the course. All athletes must wear the swim hat issued, as that is the swim hat the water safety team will be looking out for. You'll also be issued with a hand tattoo. This is very important. Also, as critical, make sure you wear your timing chip on your left ankle and over your wetsuit. All athletes will be given time to acclimatise to the water temperature, around about 5 minutes before the race starts. You will then be called out of the water. Please listen to the tannoy system at all times. The Wales Sportif has 3 distances, all with different start times. You will be emailed your allocated start time. Please note it's not possible to change start waves, and your timing chip will only be activated during that start period. Car parking on the day will be very busy. Only athletes in wave 1 will be permitted to use the Saltons car park close to the start line, and the green car park just towards the end of the approach to the start line. It is not possible after this wave to park or drop off athletes at this location. Please note, you are taking part in a sportif. Sportif is not a race. It's essential that you ride with this in mind. This event is independently insured. Please check out the details on screen and your event guide for all offers that they give our athletes, which help protect you during the event, traveling to the event, and while taking part in any event anywhere in the world. There will be thousands of athletes out on course, as well as general public. We'd ask you to all be ambassadors of the sport and treat the general public with the respect they deserve. It is a legal requirement that athletes are not allowed to cycle any more than 2 abreast. We'd also like you to keep that in mind when cars are approaching you. If possible, please revert to single file to enable the cars to pass you as easily as possible. Any athletes found cycling 3 abreast or more will unfortunately be disqualified. In parts of the course where there are white lines in the road, it's a legal requirement that you keep to the left-hand side at all times. Again, any athlete that crosses the white line to the opposite side of the road will be disqualified. The course will be comprehensively signed with black arrows and fluorescent backgrounds. Please follow these at all times. We've also got a huge amount of marshals out on course. The marshals are there for safety reference points. They are not allowed to stop the traffic and they are not there to call you out on junctions. That's your responsibility as athletes to make sure it's safe to proceed. We'll also ask you as athletes to communicate with your fellow athletes when out on course. Keep to the left-hand side at all times when you're not overtaking. And if you are overtaken, please make sure you give the athlete in front as much notice as possible. At the King of the Hill in Saundersfoot, it will be indicated by an Activity Wales Events red start arch. Your time will be activated on this point. If you're just cycling up the hill and you're not interested in attacking the hill for the King of the Hill prize, please keep to the left-hand side. If you're there and you really want to attack the hill and be in line with one of the prizes on offer, please stick to the right-hand side, which is actually the racing line on the hill. Your time will stop at the next red arch at the top of the hill. There is a cut-off for the King of the Hill competition. Please see your event guide for details. On your approach to the finish line in Tenby, it will be a fantastic atmosphere, one perhaps you've never encountered before. This is a time for you to slow down and take in the atmosphere. It is not a time to speed up and sprint for the finish line. Remember, this is a sportive. It's really important that at any of the feed stations that you may visit, you make sure that you're entirely off the road, because the roads, again, will be open to the general public. Run day. On run day, we have 5K, 10K, half marathon and marathon. All of the details for each of the specific events can be found in your event information guide. The 5K will start in Tudor Square, Tenby, just prior to the marathon. Athletes will have a fantastic run out to a turn point and back to finish on the famous red carpet finish line. The marathon will start in Tenby. The half marathon will start at Pembroke Castle. All times for buses and collection points will be made available in your event information guide. The start times for the 10K and bus times will also be available in your event information guide. We strongly advise people not to wear personal listening devices. This is so that you're fully aware of the environment around you and you're fully aware of any instructions issued by marshals. Once again on run day, we are fortunate enough to have a huge marshal team out on course. Once again, they're there to help you, and should anybody need our help or assistance, please contact them and they will get in touch with the race office and assistance will be sent. Whilst every effort has been made to close the roads, it is impossible to 100% guarantee this. Once again, listening to personal listening devices will impede this. Whilst at the feed stations, please drop your litter within the eco zone. The eco zone will be indicated with a line on the floor and a large collection bin to one side. Any athletes dropping litter outside of this area will unfortunately be disqualified. At Activity Wales Events, we're really passionate about the areas we deliver our races in, and we want to leave them in a better condition than we find them. For that reason, we will not be issuing gels at feed stations. You are permitted to bring gels as long as your bib number is written on the gel itself. We also ask you to put your litter in the bin. Any gels that are discarded with a bib number on, unfortunately, you will be disqualified. If you're able to carry your gel full, you can carry it empty. At Activity Wales Events, we know what your families go through to allow you so much time in training, and it's their time to be rewarded, which is why on run day we have a run with a loved one channel. This is the top end of Tudor Square, where your young children and family can gather and run down the finish with you. And we have a special treat for the young athletes at the finish line. Please keep in mind that other athletes may be chasing their time and also may be chasing PBs. So please keep to the left-hand side when approaching the finish line not to impede any other athletes on course. All long course weekend athletes that achieve the unbelievable feat of your 4th medal will be asked to attend the 4th medal ceremony at the end of the day. As you cross the finish line, if you believe you've completed all 3 long distances and you entered the long course weekend up front, there will be an area where you can print off your ticket. This will give you all your finish times for the 3 events. This ticket will then be required when you enter the red carpet 4th medal ceremony. Athletes will be asked to congregate at the top end of Tudor Square and will populate the carpet from that end. We'd also ask you to wear your long course weekend issued shirt. Unfortunately, anybody who's not got that t-shirt on will not be allowed on the red carpet. We really hope you enjoy the event that we've laid on for you. At this point, we'd really like to thank all our sponsors involved which helped make this event happen. Pembrokeshire County Council, who are incredibly supportive throughout this event. Our Marshall team, who've given up hours and hours of their time to help you guys to the finish line. And we'd also like to thank you for entering the event. If you've enjoyed this event, please get on Activity Wales events and check out other events that we deliver later on in the calendar. Once again, thank you very much. Good luck with your final preparations and have a safe journey, and we can't wait to see you at the start line.